Happening, California leaders are preparing for a possible economic downturn.
State revenues are billions below what was projected for this time of year, and the governor is now more cautious about new spending. KCRA3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala is now here in our studio to explain.
Edie, one of the first signs of that cautionary spending has come with Governor Newsom's decision to veto more than 20 bills that would have created new programs requiring more taxpayer dollars. Some of those bills he rejected included an abortion-related measure that would have set up a pilot program in some counties to provide money to community clinics that offer reproductive health care. Another would have cut sales tax for manufacturers buying new equipment purchases, plus a program that would have expanded mental health care access to kids in schools. His veto messages for these and others have had a similar theme, reading, with our state facing lower than expected revenues over the first few months of this fiscal year, it's important to remain disciplined when it comes to spending, particular spending that is ongoing. The Department of Finance said revenue is down about $4.4 billion below what was projected in June, July, and August. But with ongoing inflation, an underperforming stock market, some layoffs of high-paying jobs in tech, federal interest rates rising, the war in Ukraine, the Newsom administration acknowledges there is uncertainty ahead, but also says the state should be in a safe position if faced with a downturn.
The state has been prudent, and the governor has been prudent in his actions, not only in the budget, but the bills that he's vetoed, not to overcommit the state to spending that isn't sustainable, that may result in even deeper cuts down the road. He has been taking the long view in terms of our good fortune revenue wise, and to making sure that we don't repeat the mistakes of what we saw when the dot-com boom went bust 20 years ago, and when the Great Recession hit in 2009, and the state had to turn on a dime and make dramatic cuts in state programs. That's a movie that we don't want to see again, and he certainly doesn't want to see again.
State leaders note California is seeing steady job growth and notched its 11th month in a row of increased employment, which will help. We're expected to get another state economic update on the revenue situation in mid-October.
We know some viewers are probably just feeling like it's just a roller coaster because we had back-to-back, boom years, $100 billion in surplus. So how does all that factor into what they're predicting now?
Right. It's a combination of things because the state spending laws, plus with the uncertain economic future that was already on Governor Newsom's administration's radar, 93% of that budget surplus money was used on one-time spending. A big chunk of that also was put toward the state's rainy day fund, which is now at a record high $37.2 billion, which is a lot of cushion should anything happen.
Yeah, it's there if we need it. Yeah, Ashley, thank you.